YouTube? I'm coming at you today with another video, and I'm gonna show y'all how I clean my semi-auto guns. So this is what I use to clean my firearms, my semi-autos and other guns too. Pro 7 cleaner. They do have their own oil too. I just wasn't a big fan of it, but this cleaner really it works. You spray your parts down, you let them sit for a little while, and then you wipe it off. It works pretty good. I also use the Lucas Extreme Duty Gun Oil. This is really good. Works in high heat. I usually coat my BCGs when I shoot my ARs. I coat them at the range or coat them before I leave with this, and it holds up pretty well. Leaves a light film on it, you know, lubrication. But yeah, this is what I use for lubrication. That's for a cleaner. Pro 7 for cleaner, Lucas oil for lubrication. Of course, you got, you know, your patches. There's nothing but really like you cut up an old t-shirt. I usually buy them in a pack of, let me see, I think this was 100 in here, 125. I think I bought these from either Walmart or Academy, somewhere, but you can buy these patches, use these, and got my cleaning brushes, and then you got the factory. This how Glock used to send them, but if you on the newer style, well, if you got like a Gen 4 and up, they send the plastic rod and you just screw this into it. But yeah, this is an older one. I've had this for a while, so I use this to clean the bore brush, and yeah, that's what these are the tools that I use to do the actual cleaning. So with any firearm, you know, safety first. If you're gonna be cleaning one, working with it, period, you treat every gun like it's loaded. So drop the mag, finger off the trigger, rake it back, visually look into that chamber to make sure it's empty, because on Glocks, when you take them down, you have to pull the trigger. So if you taking it down, you pull that trigger, you pull the tabs down, and you pull that trigger, and it's around in there, that slide is gonna fire that round, go back, and it'll blow off the gun, blow off the frame. So yeah, just make sure guns are empty. Treat them, you know, as if they're loaded. You know, I always make sure it's unloaded. But yeah, so that's empty. Pull the trigger. I'm gonna come slightly back, pull these tabs down, push it forward. So I can take that off. I got my slide in my frame. So you can start with either or, but I'll start with the slide. So I'm gonna remove the recoil spring. You press down and pick up. That's it. Put that there. Then on your barrel, push up on it. So push up, push forward, slide it right out. That's it. That's how you break a Glock down as far as your slide. So usually what I like to do, I'll take my Pro 7, clean the barrel, spray it down. I even spray some in the bore. That won't hurt at all. Spray my recoil spring a little bit. Then I spray down in here. Just a little bit. Don't take much. I actually use too much, but yeah. And I kind of put a microfiber down on my cleaning mat because I don't want to, you know, just gunk it up and clog it up, you know, with chemicals and stuff. I try to keep it a little clean, even though that's what it's for. But yeah, I like to use a microfiber so I can take my brush, the soft end of the brush. This is the wire end of the brush. You can use this for certain stuff, but now this actually, yeah, this is a clear brush. I had one with wire on it. I thought that was it. It's kind of dirty, but yeah, take this brush. I'm gonna get down in there, brush around. You can use the big end. I just started with that end. Just brush around in there. Any type of debris, oil, any type of gunk in there, you know, you want to clean out. Then you want to take your brush this where the bullet rests against the slide, where the firing pin smack your primer, and you extract our brush all down in there. And then you can take this. I take this and wipe it out as much as I can. Then in certain spots, you can take the brush and kind of push down and get to where you need to go. to do, you know, a decent cleaning. You know, sometimes I even take them all the way down, take the firing pin, striker, and all that out. I shot this gun maybe last week. I mean, this, you know, you see it's got oil on it, so yeah, you just want to clean the rails out where you slide ride. Kind of clean those out. And like I said, you want to clean this part because that's kind of important. It's where your bullet touch it right there. I get down in here. Get down in there, pick it up, wipe the end of it, the end of the muzzle. Yeah, that's how I do that. Take my barrel, wipe it down. Wipe the actual chamber of the barrel down. I get that outside, still wet. I spray some down in there, you might can see it. Maybe, maybe not. Then what I like to do, some people use the cleaning brush spray in there, some don't, just, you know, work back and forth. I've heard people say go with the rifling from this end to that way, but it's a soft brush, I don't think it'll hurt it, so whichever end you choose to go with is fine. I just always like to take the patch and run it in there, twist it, come out. Mostly everything will be on the patch. So yeah, keep that barrel kind of clean. Look down in there, see those grooves, and really that's it. You know, take my recoil spring, go around it. I might even, you know, brush it out sometime, but they don't actually get that dirty. You know, so this is usually what I do. I know a lot of people might have a different technique or, you know, what they do, but this is what I do. This is how I clean my semi-autos. Had a couple of questions on Instagram. People inboxing me and say, hey, make a video on it. So that's why I made this video. But yeah, for the most part, that's really it. You know, this is how I do a cleaning. After, you know, maybe a couple of 100 rounds, I'll take the, you know, the safety pin, the firing pin block safety out, take the striker out, take this back plate off, and take all of that stuff out of there and do a thorough cleaning on it. But that's all I'm gonna do today. So that's basically it for that part. So I can go ahead and actually, I'm gonna go ahead and oil this up, a couple dabs. Just, you know, you wanna coat that barrel. Even though it's a protective coating on it, you just want to coat it because this is, you know, it's sliding around inside of your slide. So, you know, just a light coat. Sometimes I, you know, just a, you know, a little coat around my recoil spring just to give it a little oil. Pour it down in there. And let's see. I like to take a dab of oil and just put it down in there where your frame right on your slide. Dab of oil right down in there. And then I like to put some on top of that plunger because it's being touched. Anything that's being, you know, contact the metal, I like to put some on there. So that takes care of that. I'm gonna slide my barrel back in. Make sure it's all the way back, and put my recoil spring back in. Push forward and push down. That's it. Any excess oil I like to wipe on the slide, just for, you know, extra protection, even though it's coated, so it won't rust or anything like that. But, you know, it won't hurt it, you know, to take a little dab of oil to it. So that's that as far as the slide. Then on the frame, I just like to take this. Because frames they get dirty, don't get me wrong, but they're not just super duper dirty unless you just shoot your guns, you know, hundreds of thousands of rounds and don't clean it. So I know my frames aren't, you know, dirty like that. So just a little light cleaning. Polish the internals on it for, you know, smoother operation. Took a Dremel and polishing wheel and took all of that out, polished it up. So yeah, I just do a little wipe on these, get down. I will brush out where the trigger is sometimes because there's a place where carbon builds up. But yeah, clean it out, you know, go in the mag well, clean it out. But yeah, that's basically all I do. Put a dab of oil here, 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 here. I even put some there because there's a sliding moving part there too. Even though I put it on the tabs, and put some on the extractor. You don't have to. And I like to put some here. But other than that, that's it. So that's the cleanings that I do. When I do a thorough cleaning, I knock the pins out, and I take all of this out and clean everything. But this is just a, you know, small basic cleaning. Put it back together. Put those rails, line it up. Back in action, you ready to shoot again, you know. So yeah, that's that. That's how I clean my semi-auto guns. I use this Glock for an example. Keep watching my channel. I appreciate y'all. Subscribe, stay tactical, stay ready. Appreciate you.